Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2026, and it's episode number 243. It's a big number. I want to talk about pain relief and reduced inflammation because there's something that's going on today that I think there's probably some people in my area that are feeling a lot of discomfort. And then I want to progress to the 9-minute warm-up and continue on with back and bicep training as part of the my way of showing you that what I say is real. So the topic of rapid pain relief and reduced inflammation. For all of you who know about barometric pressure, this is the barometric pressure for Calgary, Alberta, Canada, at the current time. So I'll hit refresh again. You'll see. There we go. So, and in the past 7 days, I'm just going to scroll down here, especially in the past 24 hours. So today is the 7th. Current time is right here. This is where it is. So it's about 2 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And that's the current pressure. So it's going back up here. That's what the prediction is. But within the last 24 hours, you see where it was here? So yesterday, where it was high. And then overnight, or over the course of yesterday, Easter Monday, see how fast this 24 hours, it drops significantly. And when the barometric pressure does this, it is very well known in my area where I live, where people have migraines. Like, not just little headaches, but big headaches. And they don't like it. People become very cranky, they try to find ways to reduce that pain associated with the barometric pressure change, because your body can't cope with the change when it's going through a change that fast over 24 hours. And in certain parts of the country, even across North America, there is the pressure change generally doesn't flip that fast like it does here. Calgary being the kind of the Chinook central point of in the world, and because of these Chinooks, the pressure change is very drastic, and it has been bothering people for decades. And when I say decades, I mean this is something I've been hearing for my entire life, being born and raised in Calgary. And is most people, they look at things of what they can do to help them cope, because when these pressure changes come, they know day before, or the day of, that migraine's coming. And what do? Or what are they doing to help them cope? Well, I'll tell you, the first thing that I do is drink the cleanest and most absorbable water, which is deuterium free and with a molecular hydrogen bond angle of 114 degrees. And when I drink this water, what does it do to the body? It allows my body to cope with these extreme barometric pressure changes. And you see me smiling today? I'm smiling today because I know I'm doing something good. So is this one piece to help with barometric pressure change? Sure is. What else can you do? The X39 can help with rapid pain relief and reducing that inflammation that you experience here from the barometric pressure. Will it reduce your migraines? Mm-hmm. How do you use it? Just like this. Put it on. Now, if you have stronger inflammation, and let's say the X39 doesn't help enough, what can you do? You can use the Ice Wave. Comes in it's a 2-patch system, which I'm going to show you. So you see, Ice Wave, Ice Wave. One is tan, and the other one is white. And what you do, let's say if you have a migraine, you can take it and put it right, the tan right here, and then put the other one right here on the other side. And see how long it takes for the magic to work. No drugs, no Advil, no Tylenol, and see how much the relief, how much it gives you relief. Now you can also add the Aeon as part of the Ice Wave, because where the energy flows, so does the, or where the blood flows, so does the energy. And these are tools that you can use to help your body activate its innate healing power. Now, the X39 works when you have the 3 aminos, glycine, histidine, and lysine. Those are amino acids. They're called proteins. And when you put this on your body, it sends the infrared light deep into your skin. So I call it deep infrared light. Similar to like the sunlight. Now, this morning it was cloudy and overcast, and it kind of has cleared up a little bit because of the wind. It's been blowing the clouds. But for a large part of the day, you're not going to have an opportunity to get that deep infrared activation from the sunlight. So what can you use? Use this. I know people that live in Vancouver, and during the winter months, they don't see the sun for a long time. So could you benefit from something like this? Because that infrared light that your body emits, this reflects it back and triggers that process. So it's kind of like a mirror of sorts, but a special organic mirror, or a mirror that's made out of organic substances that reflects that light. And that's what makes the X39 special, because it has a very strong purpose when you actually apply it, when you tack it onto yourself, like Tacky Tuesday. And when you do that, it's telling your body, hey, you have a job to do, and it's time to start. When that shoulder is tapped, or when the acupuncture point is tapped, that's when the process of photobiomodulation is activated. And photobiomodulation is true science. It's very similar to photosynthesis, which plants use infrared light to grow. And the body, the human body, uses the same infrared light to activate processes. That's how it works. And like plants, they need water, they need minerals, they grab onto minerals, and they need the energy, and they grow. And the body needs the same kind of energy to reset and regenerate itself. We all know that exercise can help reset and regenerate the body, but it doesn't do a full, complete job. It doesn't happen that way. You need to complement the exercise with amino acids, water, light, rest. And when you do that, then things glue together inside the body and cellular strength increases. Mitochondria, muscle fibers, mental clarity and focus, as I talked about yesterday. And when you have that, then you also benefit from reduced inflammation and rapid pain relief. Who doesn't want that? Do you want that? To experience rapid pain relief and reduced inflammation on a day-to-day basis? You're lying to me if you're saying no. But you only want it when you experience it. And why are you experiencing it? Because, well, your body's changing. You're not fueling it and providing the things that it needs for it to do its job. There's no denying that being consistent with something you're gonna reap the benefits. Much like I talk about the benefits here. Like rapid pain relief and reduced inflammation is just one of those benefits that you experience from the use of the X39. Improved skin appearance is another benefit. Why is that? Well, it has a lot to do with the light activation in the body. The light does a lot of things, and a lot of people are chronically deficient in it. And then instead of running outside to get more light, they run to the doctor with a white coat. The doctor says, "Ha ha ha! I have an opportunity to make some money." They're not going to tell you to go in the sunlight. They're going to prescribe what they think is going to be somewhat beneficial. You know, you have a migraine. Oh, I'm going to give you some painkillers. Painkillers that generally doesn't fix the problem, just masks the problem, manages it. Like they say, what can be measured can be managed, right? But are you measuring the right things to fix the problems? Or are you managing them? Which one is it? I ask those questions. And you should too. Because there's nothing worse than having to pay for something when you don't have to. Which leads me to my next point is, I don't ask for any money to show you how to train your body, to strengthen it, to activate and reset and regenerate the 78 known DNA genes. But when the body has several thousand more DNA genes, how do you reset and regenerate that balance? What are you doing? Are you drinking the cleanest and most absorbable? Are you getting enough light? Are you eating a good sources of protein in accordance with PDCAA scale? Or are you fueling your body with sugar? Oh, because it's sweet. Sugar on its own is not good. And a lot of people have fallen victim to eating too much sugar. And then they wonder why they have a whole slew of health problems. I'm pretty plain Jane when it comes to talking about things, but plain Jane is consistently better, and it shows because in my ability to demonstrate to you that I am as real as a heart attack. Yeah, there's my heart rate monitor. I did measure my blood pressure before coming down. It was normal. And I am also wearing the X49 right there. It's upside down. I'll just turn it right side up. So this is the X49, see? And I just put it in like that. And I can sense the activation from it. I can smell that cinnamon. So, you know, it's utilizing the alanine, histidine, and glycine, and combining with traces of copper, and it produces that peptide. And when your body is functioning, especially when I say body, I'm speaking more about your digestive system. If your digestive system is functioning at optimal levels, meaning strong hydrochloric acid can break down the proteins that you're consuming and separate them and then synthesize the peptides after they leave the digestive system. And when you have blood quality that is supported with the cleanest and most absorbable water, are you going to feel its power? Are you going to feel better? Are you going to be able to cope with these barometric pressure changes that occur? I'll tell you, there's something to be said about the combination of things because it works. And I wouldn't be here 6 days a week live streaming telling you this. And I would hope that if you are hearing the message from me, that you support me and power your body with the best by clicking on the links in the description or scanning the QR code as you see on the screen. That's my ask. And I will be here tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and well into the future, sharing my experience with you day to day to prove to you that I am as real as a heart attack, but also to video log my progress and to hopefully teach you something of value and that you can share with your loved ones and help them. Give them the gift of health and longevity. Do you have relatives, friends that are suffering endlessly? Is there something that you can do to help them? You can. And if you are interested in obtaining some of the powerful water, you can cascade it, meaning 8 milliliters into a 1 liter glass, or would be 32 ounces. And you can convert that bottle, the hydrogen bond angle, from that of the treated water. Some people say, oh, it's snake oil. Not when it can be validated with the technology that we have today that can see the bond angle of the molecules at the atomic level. There is no denying it. Now, can I treat this water with light? Sure I can. I can take... This is a complete bottle of deuterium-free 114 degree molecular bond angle water. I can put it in the sunlight. You think it will get the power from it? I'm sure something would happen to it. But also, as part of the process of creating the water, it is exposed to light as well, ultraviolet light. Excuse me. So does that contribute to making the water more powerful? I'm sure John Ellis has looked at that, and I don't make a penny telling you about the water. None. And there's no affiliate link or anything like that. The only money I can make is if you buy it from me, because I own the machine. And which is right over here. You can see it there. You see it? And let me see a point right there. Right there, that's the machine. My finger is touching it. Right? And of course it's just above the Starbucks cup. I don't drink coffee, not anymore. But if you wanted to improve your coffee, you could do that too. By 10 drops of the water into your cup, and you improve the quality of the coffee. People say, oh no, that's baloney. Try it and you'll see. Because there's no denying that the water has a strong effect on blood quality, which I've shared in the past. You can go through the library of videos and find it. Just do a quick search on YouTube. You can go to the channel, find it, or on Rumble, whichever one you choose, and have a look. So that's enough for today, talking about this stuff. So I'm going to progress here and continue on with doing the today's workout, which will be chest and triceps. So the exercises that I have chosen will be the following. The first one is going to be for the lower chest. And on the ceiling, you can see right here, there's a band that's attached. And basically, what I'm going to do is stand on top of the vibration plate, and then I'm going to take the bands. I've got two anchors, and one is going to be attached to the wall, and this one is going to be attached to a green one over here. All right, so you can see. And basically, just going to put this up here for now. And what I'm going to do is take the bands and press them like this across, and you're going to squeeze the lower pectoral muscle, and it's going to be similar to doing a dip, but more focused on the front chest. And when you cross in front, when you're crossing in front and pressing, then you're going to feel that the lower chest fibers activate. That's exercise number one. The second one will be just a regular push-up, and where I'm going to take the vibration plate, and what I'm going to do is also raise my feet, so that way I'm kind of in the same position as if I was not using any of the equipment. And I'm also going to take the perfect push-up handles and some pieces of, I guess they're like not 2x4, but a thinner version, and these are the pieces of what I'll show you. So taking these two pieces of wood, and I'm going to put them on top of the vibration plate, so that way I can actually place the perfect push-up handles wider apart. And by doing that, I want to focus on activating the chest fibers from this position here. So you can see I'm holding it like this, okay, and pressing through this way. So basically down and then through. And that range of movement is, well, you're kind of limited to the push-up. It only works so much of that of the muscle. So that's why later on, after I do an upper, I'll do an upper chest press. So basically I'll lean against the wall. I did it last week, and you'll see that same exercise today, where I put the exercise ball behind me. So I'm going to sit on the vibration plate, put the exercise ball behind me, and lean back to get about a 30 or a 40 degree angle, and then press forward like this. So basically I'm going to be pressing the weight up, so that way it's above my head, and that activates the upper chest fibers that are just beneath the clavicle. And with the vibration, it provides a lot of disruption and activation, which is what I like. I really like this version of the upper chest press with the exercise ball. And then to finish off the chest fibers, I'll be following the fibers that go along the sternum, so which is the sternum here, and the fibers, they connect across this way to the sternum, right? So that's why you see a lot of bodybuilders, they have this kind of curl, right? So to make sure you get those fibers, then I have to do a fly, and I'll be lying down on the ground, and then I'll be squeezing the bands together like this through, and then pressing like this through, and getting the chest fibers, the sternum, the fibers around the sternum. And then the last two exercises, one will be a tricep extension, where the tricep will be stretched from its starting position. So basically I will be facing away from the wall, so the bands will be attached behind me, and with my elbows elevated like this, basically I'm going to press away, and that's going to work the tricep that's going to be closer to the joint. And by activating the tricep from a stretched position, you engage different fibers in the muscle itself. And then for the final exercise, I'll be flipping around and facing towards the wall, as if I'm, let's say, on a bench, lying down on a bench and lifting down and pressing the triceps away and holding them up. So I'm on my stomach on a bench. So let's say the bench is like this, right? And pressing it this way and holding the weights in the air. And that finishes the range of movement for the triceps, and they'll get a nice, good exposure to the resistance. And that's today's exercises. So without further ado, let's begin. Let's start with turning on the speaker for the metronome. I will set the tempo for the warm-up session or portion. I'm just going to set this here. And you see there, I'm going to set it to 140 for the metronome. I'm going to use this rope today. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to switch to the I'm going to use this rope today. This is the Buddy Lee Rope Master. So I like this rope because of the fluidness, the speed. We'll see how it goes today. So 9-minute warm-up. Let's begin. Two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just toying around. The benefits of jumping rope: 10 minutes of rope is equivalent to 30 minutes of running. And it's one of the reasons why I like to do jump rope every single day. I don't have to worry about obstacles such as rain, snow, wind. The only thing you need is a small space. I'm sure a lot of us have a small space like I have. You don't need a lot. Most people have more excuses than they do space. Oh my goodness, really? Yeah. Feels really comfortable. I'm at this heart rate. Feel like I'm I could go a lot faster. With the tempo, it's easy to think of a song in your head. I know it might sound boring, but if you have a creative mind, you can hum any song you can think of. So, I'm going to start with doing double unders. Are you ready? One, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 10, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Felt good. I think I'm going to do that more tomorrow. Double under crisscrosses. Wow, felt good. Very good. Alright, so I will do the dead hang dead man hang at the end. Hopefully I'll remember. So, I can certainly sense the activation of the AHK. I can smell the cinnamon. And I believe that could be because of the energy that's converted from muscle fiber to that of energy. So, which when I talk about the conversion of the energy, it stems from something I've talked about previously in past episodes, and because of that, okay, so I think this is where we need it to be. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of figure out I might have to move the vibration forward a little bit, maybe, or maybe keep it where it is, because I want my heels to be in the center of the vibration plate this way. We'll see how this feels. Yeah, I'm not ready to tell. I can tell already. My weight, how it's balanced on so I can press one at a time, holding it this way. Cross. So holding it here, keeping the knees locked. I can certainly feel the time under tension on. Wow. Wow. I'm using the purple bands and the green. Oh, wow. Oh, certainly a lot of resistance. I probably shouldn't go this heavy, but wow. That's certainly a lot of reps. I can feel the fibers here on the bottom. They get the activation. All right, so next up is going to be, I can certainly sense that 8K. Put that there so it's out of the way. Next up is push-ups. So that's where I'm going to take, yeah, maybe this will be enough height. Just use this here. Because what I'm going to do, I changed my mind. Here. I'm going to use this Bosu ball. It's kind of higher than the vibration plate. And when I add these pieces of 2x4, it's going to create a wider point, and I'm just using the non-slip pads here so that it doesn't slide, and I'm going to do this here. And that way I can have do more like a wide push-up. Yeah, I think that's kind of the right distance. Just a little bit more to the left there. There we go. So what I want to try today, something slightly different. And you can see how the perfect push-up handles are wider apart. So let's begin. Slightly wider. Certainly gives a different feel having it wider. Sticking in this range of movement. Oh, wow. Feels good. Fatigue is starting to really set in. Wow. You can tell how much this is moving. Okay. Good, very good, this variation. The vibration adds a real dynamic discomfort, forcing your body to do more to work. All right. Next up is going to be the okay, I'm going to take the exercise ball. In addition to the vibration plate. The vibration plate I'm going to place perpendicular to the wall. Somewhere about, I think, there. And then what I'm going to do is grab, I'm going to put 30 pounds of weight. So 30 pounds here, so you can see the green. I've got black, white, orange, and green on the power blocks that I have here. So I'm going to use 30 weights. And 30 for a total of 60. All right. I'm just going to check the distance here. I think it seems okay. Yeah. Good. Reset it. So I'm leaning about a 30-degree angle. All right, so this is really a lot of discomfort, even with the 30 weights. There's definitely a lot of vibration here. You get down to the bottom there, and it's this huge sticking point. amount of interruptions that the vibration provides in that curve, the strength curve, or the movement curve, if you want to call it, it's very very pronounced. All right, so next I'm gonna do I'm gonna switch. I set up the green bands, but maybe I'll do it that way. See how this feels. Focus on the activation. Where are you? There it is. All right. So with this exercise, I'm going to do the fly. And this is where I'm going to lie on the ground. And somewhere here, I think. Let's see here. Okay. Just kind of lie it like this here between the two bands. Yeah, about there. Slightly. Alright, so I'm going to grab just a towel here to make this a little more comfortable for my neck. And get into position here. So this is where I'm going to hold it like this and rotate through, lift through. Cross them. You can feel the vibration that's being applied. So here I'm mimicking the crossing them. Higher. Hold arms straight. You can tell how much the bands are moving, that the vibration is traveling all the way to the sternum fibers. And then you cross them like this. Obviously, by holding the arms straight, it's kind of like crossing them to get that final edge of that. Wow. Alternate them like this to get a little bit of functional diagonal strength. It really does feel different. All right, next is switching to tricep extensions. So this is where I'm going to start with the facing away from the wall. I think this is where I want to be, somewhere here. Okay. I'm going to figure out where the vibration plate needs to be. Okay, there, somewhere there. So, what I'm going to do first is kneel onto the vibration plate. Oh, the other thing I'm going to do, just remember, is to take the weight behind me and by placing it here, I'm just going to move this slightly back, I think, and then that way I can squeeze the glutes and the quads and the core to hold. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. I have full stretch on the triceps. So let's begin here. Wow. This is a real complex exercise, getting the core involved, because in order to execute the tricep extension, the core's got to be tight. I can feel the legs, the quads burning too. So by doing one arm at a side or one arm at a time, it puts less stress on the core. Wow. Really trying to focus on the triceps. Okay, so the next one here, I'm going to do standing, so I'm going to change the position of this band to a higher one. And keep this one here. This is anchored just below the hip height, the bottom one. And that's good. Actually, I'm gonna kneel down this time again, largely because I want to keep the tension at a higher point, or an earlier point of the when you're moving the triceps. So by being lower instead of standing, my tension will begin at the top here. So there's tension right here, so the tricep is stretched. I'm just going to step back just slightly more, so I have a equal tension between the top and the bottom. Yeah. There we go. That's where I'm going to set it. All right, let's begin. So, by holding the bands here at the bottom, as if I'm lying down on a bench, and you want to squeeze those triceps. You don't want your arms, you want to keep your elbows tight. Your lats kind of get involved a little bit as well with this. But you're finishing off the tricep today. So if you have a weak row, per se, if you struggle with rowing, this exercise will help strengthen your row 2 days in a row. So here, the bands is still pulling. Now the bottom one is starting to pull at this angle, and then you want them to pull together. Oh my. All right. So that's it for today. Chest and tricep exercises. So I'm going to stop the Today's date stamp is April 7th, 2026. Starting time at 2:26 Mountain Standard Time. Maximum heart rate I hit today was 185. So in that zone, 185 to 206 for 11 seconds. You can see here 185. And there's the heart rate for the warm-up. And today I was successful in doing a number of double under crisscrosses, consecutive ones. So I'm pleased about that, largely because that trick is difficult to execute. And speaking of difficult, I said I would do the dead man hang. So before I go, I'm going to continue with that. So just going to measure you'll see my heart rate here. So I'm going to move this vibration plate out of the way. I'll turn the metronome back on to help count. All right. So about shoulder width apart, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. So 20 times 4, that gives you 80 seconds of the dead man hang. So, and it's a as Jeff would describe it, it is a fitness test, and this is something that he talked about many years ago. So thank you, Jeff, for sharing that way back when. And when I first did the test was back in, I think, 2014. So it's definitely an indicator of your longevity, and I'm still doing pretty good, I think, for my age. Can I get better? I think so, and I'm slowly building that. So that's it for today. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today was talking about rapid pain relief and reduced inflammation. I hope you enjoyed the today's session. And if you haven't done so already, click on the links in the description. You'll find it'll take you to the bundled price of the X49 and the X39. And also, if you're interested in purchasing yourself a vibration plate, there's some great options out there for you as well. And last but not least, the fat burner, which is the lymphatic system trigger. Get your rope at buddyleeropes.com. Click on the link. That's an affiliate link of mine. And lastly, if you're interested in increasing your wealth, it's been a while since I talked about it. Go back to a previous episode and watch the information session that I shared with you that talks about what it's all about. And if you have a team of sorts that you want to create funding for, it's an interesting opportunity, because the SEC in the United States has confirmed the tokenization of those things. So it's very interesting to see how this is all developing, and it's gaining traction very quickly. So get on board if you're interested in increasing your wealth, as well as in addition to increasing your health. So I'm Gordon. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Rest up. See you then for leg day.